Good Thursday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace, where I will be tomorrow from 11 to 1 at the Ace Hardware Marketplace in Litchfield. That's where I'll be programming and selling weather radios. If you still need one, you can come by and get one for $38.99 plus tax, and I will program it for you. If you don't have one, that means you need one. So if you're in and around Litchfield or Grayson County, come see me. I'll take care of it for you. We'll have plenty in stock for you to come by Litchfield Ace Hardware Marketplace tomorrow, again from 11 to 1. Okay, we've got some rain going on this morning, and pretty good rainfall. It's enough to hear it on your rooftop, even though it's kind of died down here as of 5:20 a.m. this Thursday morning, little Friday. But we've got more on the way. The heaviest of the rains are now moving through Lexington and Louisville and on down into the central bluegrass this morning. And then they're pushing on to the southeast over parts of Tennessee. Then you see another cluster of showers and thunderstorms. This is another complex that is rolling through the Boot Hill of Missouri, right along the Mississippi River, and it is pushing into western Kentucky. That one looks to kind of miss us or maybe skim some of our western counties this morning that haven't picked up that much rain yet. But a little thunder, a little lightning. There's nothing severe going on here. It's just a lot of heavy rain. As I talked about yesterday, this that would come in would be primarily the biggest threat would be some maybe minor flooding in some cases. And that has occurred up against the Wabash River or over the Wabash River Valley in the parts of Illinois and Indiana, but nothing here hard enough to cause any big problems. I mean, there may be an isolated problem here and there with some high water, but otherwise, it is not going to be this kind of a big flood event. It is going to be isolated as far as any kind of, street flooding or ponding of water on the roadways that you will have. So that means if you're on the parkways and the interstates, you need to slow it down 10 to 15 miles per hour. I would go closer to 15 miles per hour under the speed limit, and maybe even slower than that in some cases, because once you hit one of those puddles of water, I mean, you can lose control of your vehicle hydroplane very quickly. And that's usually the number one thing that happens in these kind of heavy rain events is people they still go 70 or even 75 and 80. Not that I would ever go over the speed limit. No, I wouldn't never, ever. But even I do that. I slow it way down because I'm afraid that, if you hit one of those puddles that's where there's standing water, you can lose control of your vehicle very quickly. And then that's it. It's over. So just use caution when you're driving into work this morning. Otherwise, I am not on the radio today, taking the day off. Sheila's having some procedure done. She fell and broke part of her hand last Friday, and some of you saw her post that on Facebook. So I am taking her to the outpatient surgery department this morning and having that procedure done where she's going to have it stabilized and recast and so all that. So that's why I'm out today, but I'll be back tomorrow on the radio. Today, I won't be there, but I'll still be covering the weather as I am right now. Let's take a look at some precipitation totals from the Kentucky Mesonet Network. And that's, really a cool thing to be able to look at and just say, well, how much rain have we gotten so far? And you can easily see that in some places it's already over an inch. Here in Warren County, you've got 62 hundredths of an inch of rain at the Corvette plant site that's there, the weather station that's there. Then you go on the southern edge of Warren County out at the Western Ag Expo Center, and they have picked up 6,800s, almost 7/10 of an inch of rain. There's Morgantown, almost 8/10. Let's see, everybody else a little bit less. Now, once you go further north, this is where the bullseyes are occurring. There's an inch of rain in E-Town. There's almost an inch in Grayson County near Litchfield, where I will be tomorrow at the Ace Hardware Marketplace. But look at this, 2.21 inches of rain over the past 24 hours in Brandenburg, right there along the Ohio River. And then you've got another one over here, Henderson County in Henderson, Kentucky, almost an inch and 9/10. So lots of rain to the north. We got a little nice swath of rain here over the past 24 hours. It was coming down hard when I got up this morning, and even a little bit of thunder, but a lot of that now has subsided. Here's a look at current temperatures as of 5:30 this Thursday morning. 70s most everywhere, upper 60s to the north of us where they've had a little bit more rain, but it's a muggier atmosphere full of moisture, and therefore we're getting some of the heavy rain, although it looks as if most of the rain is going to be this morning. We may even get a break in the rain for later, which I'll show you here in just a moment. But first, let's go to the model blender. And you can see that we're going to stay in the low 80s today. I would even say that there's probably going to be a few places that only make it up into the upper 70s. But the air is still very moist and very humid in a lot of cases, so you may not notice that it is a little bit cooler. And even though the main area of very heavy rain is now moving on, we still may see a few showers come later this afternoon in a few places. But this is showing 82. It's going to be closer to 80, upper 70s because of the clouds and the rain. Then we warm it up into the upper 80s to around 90 for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend. And I know some of you, today starts the world's longest yard sale along US 127. It's going to be a soggy start, but I think you're going to be okay after we get past this really big complex of showers and rain moving through. It's going to be scattered showers, and I think really tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, you may be okay. There may only be these kind of spotty showers that show up during the heat of the day, during the afternoon, but that's very, very typical of the US 127 yard sale this time of the year, the first few days of August. It's always that way. It's like lots of sun, lots of heat and humidity, and then boom, there's a thunderstorm, and then it moves on. It's going to be like that again. The real change, we're looking at some real change coming by Monday. And there you see mid 80s pretty much for the remainder of next week into next weekend. Now, all those temperatures are running below average for this time of the year, and the average is 90. We hit 82 yesterday, and the average is 90, so we were 8 degrees below average as some of that air tried to move in ahead of this system, and then we started to get the clouds and the showers. The clouds and the little bit of shower activity we had yesterday afternoon kept our temperatures down into the low 80s. And so that's what we can expect once we get into the bulk of next week. So that's going to feel pretty good. Here's a look at the model map on this Thursday morning. And we're going to see this cluster of showers and thunderstorms that's rolling through this morning, starting to move away as we go through till about midday, maybe even before that. I mean, I'm already starting to see some breaks in this activity, even at 5:30 this morning. So we may get out of this, a lot of this early. There could be, though, a renegade shower in the afternoon just because of some daytime heating and the boundary that's close by. The bulk of what's coming next is going to stay primarily west of us again. As you can see, we get into Friday. There's a cluster of thunderstorms, another complex that rolls through Missouri and Illinois, comes close to us, but doesn't really materialize until we get all this up here to the north of us. See all that? Plus, this is going to roll in probably by, I would say, Sunday and part of Monday. So we're not quite done with this regime of rain, but we've got a couple of more systems that are going to come in. And behind that system is when we're going to feel the benefit of some cooler and drier air as we get into next week. And that's why those numbers are cooler that I showed you on the 10-day blender. How much rain or how much more rain? We're looking at maybe another half inch to an inch additional rainfall, the heaviest of rains, as you see there, from the Boot Heel of Missouri into West Tennessee, just west of Nashville. That's where a lot of that will continue to fall. And there will be some pockets of heavy rain here, not just this morning, but again, as we get into Sunday. I think Sunday is going to be the next best day for getting some beneficial rain in here before it's all gone into next week. Here's a look at the 7-day map. We see the big area of rain and thunderstorms this morning on the surface map in the dark green, and the red lines indicating heavy pockets of rain, thunderstorms. We're getting that now. We may see a break in this as we go through the afternoon, even though it's still painted in there. They're leaving that chance that we could see more activity this afternoon. But really, I think a lot of energy has been spent this morning, and we may only see scattered showers pop up later today. The heavier rain as we get into Friday is going to be shunted a little bit further south and east. We have a cold front that's actually going to try to move in, but it will join with this stalled front down to the south and or dissipate before it even reaches that second frontal boundary. This is the one you see here up in Canada and the Dakotas. That's the one that's going to come in and by Sunday and bring us that cooler air for Monday. So there's the setup. We again start to see showers again on Sunday. I think Sunday's a good day for showers and thunderstorms. And here we go into Monday. You see there the front coming in, pushing a majority of the rain out of the way, and then the secondary front is the one that's going to usher in the cooler, drier air as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And there you see high pressure taking over. It's going to be nice. It's going to feel good once we get that system through here. But until then, still unsettled for much of the weekend. It's not going to rain the whole time. Those of you that are on the yard sale, either set up to sell or you're going out there to US 127, occasional showers and thunderstorms. Pretty much the same thing. If you've done it before, you know that's pretty much typical weather for that event. All right, so I'm not on the radio today, but I'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.